Hey everyone, it's Jared here, and it's been a long time since I've put a drum lesson out on this channel, and I'm so excited to be back. Now, a lot of you have asked me, why are you not uploading any lessons lately? And there's a couple reasons. One is that I've been busy working with the best drum teachers in the world, hosting drum lessons inside of Drumeo, and many of those lessons have gone public as well. Another thing I've done is I've been busy with my family. I have 2 little boys, beautiful wife, and just been really busy, raising a kid and having a family. And the third reason I've been kind of taking a break from filming these lessons is I have to be practicing on my own. I feel like if I'm constantly, teaching and uploading lessons, I don't have enough time to really practice on my own and study with different teachers inside of Drumeo and really kind of develop my own sound as a musician and as a drummer. And so I've been practicing my butt off. I've been really trying to put something together for myself as well as for my online students. And so today I'm back because I've been working on some stuff regarding independence, and I'm really, really excited to share it with you. When you listen to it, if you listen to what I did on the intro, you're like, wow, that sounds really hard. What is he doing? And I swear it's not nearly as hard as it sounds. But we're going to break this down into 3 separate exercises. So the first one is just a really kind of simple exercise using 1/8 notes. And this is great for any drummers just starting out who want to kind of, test their independence. And let's just kind of go into that right now. So if you look at the exercise, I'm sure the sheet music will pop right up right there. You'll notice it's just a basic 1/8 note groove. Now the right hand is playing on the ride cymbal and the floor tom. So it goes from ride cymbal, floor tom, ride cymbal, floor tom. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now the left hand is simply on the snare drum on counts 2 and 4. And then the left foot is going to play on all of the upbeats or on all of the ands. So the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And for demonstration purposes, I'm actually going to play it on my left foot wood block because I feel you can hear it a lot better when it comes through that way. So let me play this for you at 60 beats per minute. So when practicing any of these independence exercises, always focus on going really slow and trying to find anchor points within the groove. So you'll notice my right hand and my left foot were lining up every single time. So that's kind of something you can train your mind to recognize, and then every time you hit the floor tom with your right hand, you're hitting the left foot as well. The next groove is similar to the one I played on the intro, although in the intro I was kind of playing a different variation of it. Now the way I've written it here is something more standard, so it kind of fits into everyone's drum set. I've added a cowbell and a wood block onto my kit, which I really, really love, but I know not everyone has those things. So I've made it so you can use just a simple ride cymbal, the toms, and the hi-hat. So what are we actually doing here? Well, it's a 3-bar pattern. And it's 3 bars because that's the way the right hand will resolve, or the lead hand, I should say. So what we're doing is we're playing a 3-note grouping starting on the ride cymbal. So whether you have a high tom and a floor tom, or if you have a mid tom, you can use that. But if you actually count it out, and I'll do it really, really slowly, you'll see how it resolves in 3 bars. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. And so it's really important when you first start learning this groove, you just start with those simple 16th notes, 1 E and 2 E, and just count that out. Get it to the point where you don't even have to think about it anymore, but you still know where the 2 and the 4 is every single time. So the next step would be just playing the 2 and the 4 on the snare drum. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and Once you have that, focus on adding the kick drum in on counts 1 and counts 3. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1. So now it's where the tricky part comes in, and this is where really early on in my drumming, I realized that my left hand was just sitting around a lot. It was actually, I kind of thought it was being really, really lazy. You know, when you're working with a bunch of people and one person is kind of not doing their fair share of the work, they're just kind of sitting there, and every couple minutes they come in and help out a little bit. That's kind of what I felt like my left hand was doing. So I wanted to keep my left hand busy. So I thought, well, on all the ands, all the upbeats, it's available to hit something, right? So what I did is I went to my left hand and I said, you know, you're sitting around a lot. Do you think on the upbeats you can actually do something? And the left hand graciously said it would. So what I did is I just started hitting my hi-hats on all of the upbeats, and as well as opening it while I did that. And this is what I got. So now you have this easy beat. It's really just the right hand doing straight 16th notes and the left hand, you know, just doing its kind of fair share of stuff. The kick is just on 1 and 3, the snare's on 2 and 4. You know, it's not that difficult, but it sounds really, really complex. Now on the intro, I put my left hand on the cowbell on the upbeats, and I played the wood block with my left foot on counts 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the only change I made there. Okay, so let's move on to exercise 3. Now this one, again, looks weird with all the tom hits everywhere, but it's really just a single paradiddle. So I'll first play it for you at 60 beats per minute, and then we can talk about it. So what I'm doing here is I'm moving my hands onto different voices, and that really gives it this feeling like it's a little bit more complex than it actually is, right? Because if you, simplistically, what I'm doing is just a single paradiddle. I know this is like the 1 billionth single paradiddle lesson you've ever had, right? But I'm just slightly moving it around, and that makes all the difference. Now what you can do as well is you could move this around different places. So I've written it with the left hand on the hi-hat. Well, I could just maybe move my left foot on the wood block, and I could play the ghost notes on the cowbell. And how would that sound? Let's try. So taking some patterns or some beats, some fills that you already know, and just orchestrating them in a little bit different way can make everything sound way more complex. And I know a lot of times I'm in situations where the band is asking for something a little bit different. They don't want some meat and potatoes type groove. So if you're able to provide something a little bit different, whether that's an exact replica of this or something you've been inspired to create as a result of learning this, whatever it is, at least you're able to come up with something new and fresh and that sounds like you. So there are some easy drumming independence exercises that sound hard. Now I've been working on a huge new project for the last 2 or 3 years that I'm so excited to share with you. I know you're absolutely going to love it. It's launching on January 1st, 2017. January 1st at midnight. I put a link right below. You could sign up and we'll just email you when everything's ready to go. And so make sure you go there, make sure you sign up, and you'll be hearing from me very, very soon. Cheers.